There are so many furries in here, it makes me wish I hadn't forgotten my phone. We get some crowd pics here? Well, I don't know about you, but I am ready to spring into convention season. How about you? Can we make that yell sound just a little more stupendous? Now that sounds like a room full of furries bursting at the seams, ready for a marvelous time, and with the end of another cold Canadian winter, it is time for the fur to converge upon the greater Toronto area. Ladies and gentlefurs, it is my honor to welcome you to the opening ceremonies for Furnal Equinox 2016 Furry Superhero! And I can think of no one more stupendous, no one more spectacular than our own furry-friendly feathered conch chair. It is my privilege to bring on stage none other than the one, the only, Scotty!
Thank you, Art. Everybody give him a big hand. Everybody give him a big hand. The thing that I love about Ark, that in addition to being an awesome chief of security and a very talented ham radio operator, he is also just a tremendously large ham. Seriously, if he was any more of a ham, they would be serving him at the breakfast buffet. So how's everybody doing? I'm not sure I quite heard that. Sorry, I've got this speakers on my mic. How are you guys doing? Thank you. That's more like it. It is my pleasure. I just spat there. It is my pleasure to welcome all of our superheroes and some of our supervillains, reluctantly, to another year of Furnal Equinox. We are in for another tremendous year. It has been another year of growth. It has been another year of tremendous success for Insignia. We have another hotel sellout. We've got another increase in pre-registrations, and thank you all for your patience in getting through the pre-registration line. It's a big ask for our registration staff, but we really do appreciate all of you being so patient. So thank you all. We have a lot of new and exciting things for you. We have new programming, and we have a lot of new guests who I will get to over the next half an hour or so. And I'm sure we have a few now. How many folks do we have here coming from, the States? So how you liking those $2 Canadian, eh? Yeah, pretty good. Tell your friends, as long as it stays at like 75, 80 cents, we'd love to have you guys up here, right? like seriously, what would it be like? $100 US? It's like, sweet, $100 US hotel rooms. So regardless of where you come from, whether you're from here in Ontario, or elsewhere in Canada, or from the States, we welcome you, and we're so glad you're here, because quite frankly, you guys are a big part of making this possible. That said, it's so great to have all of our guests here from afar. I, of course, want to call attention to some very honorable guests, or in other terms, guests of honor. So some of you may have already encountered them during the course of your stay at the convention. So I am going to be pleased to welcome them to the convention and welcome them to the stage. I will begin with our Canadian guest of honor, who comes to us from beautiful Montreal, or at least a little bit off the island. She is a loyal dealer with us. She is also the dealers coordinator at What the Fur. And by the way, I just learned that, like, I knew that all the like Montreal area dealers were always kind of grouped together, but I didn't realize that was an actual, like, there was a name for that. It's actually called Montreal Island. It works because Montreal is an island. That's why it's funny. So, please feel free to patronize any of the wonderful dealers over from La Belle Province. She is the best possible fit for superheroes I could think of because, after all, she is a wonderful veteran of the comic industry herself. So I am pleased to welcome Karine Charlebois. Our international guest of honor continues the tradition of going quite international. For those of you who are keeping score, and I know some of you are, a couple of years ago, she came through in a crunch to do mood badges for our super sponsors, and now she joins us as a guest of honor in her own right. Now I understand. Now they've been here in the Toronto area for about a week now, if I recall correctly. So they went down to Niagara Falls. They spent some time in downtown Toronto. They visited a number of breweries because they're very discerning. They're very discerning in their tastes, and I quite enjoyed it. So we are pleased to welcome to Canada, welcome to Furnal Equinox, TaniDaReal. So my understanding is that our guest of honor has something that, a few words that they'd like to say and something that they'd like to present. So I will yield the microphone to them.
Hi. I am, even with those shoes. Tani and I have been working together on making a lot of artwork for the convention. You've seen already the badges, you've seen your key cards, you've seen the program, and you will see the t-shirt very soon. If you look at your key cards, you will notice that they look like panels from a comic page, right? Yes. This is a complete comic page. It will be put up in the charity auction. And it is in a mylar sleeve, a rigid mylar sleeve, which means whoever wins this can play with it with dry erase markers and write your own dialogue. Yes!
Talk. Hello. So, yeah, this is my very first time at a Canadian convention. Yeah, and as Scotty said, we had the chance to explore Toronto for a few days, and the whole city and everybody at the hotels and all the people have been so friendly, so we're really having an awesome time here, and we are very much looking forward to the convention. So thank you so much for having me here, and yeah, I'm hoping for a really good time with you all. Thank you. And one little thing that I forgot. As you mentioned, I do have my mood badges with me, also in the dealer stand. I also have a few special editions, which feature a German colored foxy and German text, like 999. So, and those are also not for sale regularly, so those will go to the charity auction as well. So if you want a special edition, bid for it in the charity auction.
I have a feeling that 999 is going to be my catchphrase by the end of the weekend. So, Karine and Tani were mentioning that they have been actively involved, and we're so grateful to them to contributing to all of the wonderful artwork that is on display. Very much the wonderful artwork that we have on display, and that includes our T-shirts. That includes our T-shirts. You know where this is going. Arc. Where's Arc? Where's Arc?
Here.
Get up up there where the wonderful AV people can bathe you in illustrious light.
Hey, I need all the help I can get.
So, front and center, thank you. So, Ark, you're missing something.
No, I'm not.
We are missing something. We need you to put on your con shirt.
I'm wearing my con shirt. I took care of it. I mean, they don't want to go through that again.
Ark.
Yes, boss.
I'm looking at him like, I'm giving him this look that Wolfen's.
That's called the patented Scunny Griffin glare. It's kind of like a mix between Blue Steel and Magnum.
Ark, you need to put on a con shirt. Who's with me on this?
I don't know. They don't seem very certain, so let's just.
I don't know. Are you guys sure you want him to put on the con shirt?
Okay, just a minute. I'll get our assistant for our lovely guests of honor. Thank you very kindly, and Tani, Karine, I apologize profusely for having to have you bear with us.
Yeah, they got the front face of you. Like I said, guess of honor.
Thank you very much.
And now that we've had our prerequisite strip show for, now that we've got that out of the way. So, next up, to me, it is really important that all of you know just all of the, admittedly a little bit weird, but also tremendously wonderful people who are involved with this convention. And fun fact, they gave me statistics because otherwise I'd look kind of stupid up here. There are almost 70 staff involved with making Furnal Equinox happen. Yes. Couldn't have said it by myself. Now, I could read off 70 names, but I want to call direct attention to a handful of these that in particular are in leadership positions within the convention. Now, I know not all of them can be here on the stage today, but I do want to call attention to at least a few of them, and my profuse gratitude to everybody underneath them who is so valuable in making this convention happen. So I will start with the other members of our board of directors, and in alphabetical order, I will start with our coordinator of volunteers, Aiden. Come on stage. Yeah, everyone on stage, thank you. The newly dressed Ark as head of security. We have Noon, our head of programming. Olafin, our director of operations, or as his convict says, director of oops. We might need to tighten up a little bit. Chaos, moving on to our other department leads, we have Chaos Husky, head of IT. Dooku, head of video games. I think he might be over in the next room, so just make sure that he can hear you. Oh, he's there. Woo, awesome. Flo, our head of charity. Frostar, our head of art show. Gage, fursuit track lead. There he goes right on stage. Grace Snowcat, logistics lead. Yeah, you might have to make 2 rows here, guys. Ka, who's head of Dealer's Den and Artist Alley. Nick's our head of combo. She couldn't be here this weekend, but please cheer louder so she can hear you. Pakesh, our head of board games. We have Person over at registration again. Cheer louder so he can hear you over there. Raider Fox, our dance coordinator. And last but most certainly not least, Ronnie, our head of publicity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Furnal Equinox team. Thank you guys. You don't... Dave, no, you don't. They're off. Actually, no, Ronnie, you stay. Hang on. We're stay here. I'm putting him on the spot because I'm just good like that.
This is because I broke the website, isn't it?
No. You got pied. You got pied because you broke the website.
Shh, no one needs to know about that.
Except for the fact that it's totally on YouTube. So, fun fact,
No one needs to know about that either.
Everybody needs to know that. So, fun fact, we are actually live streaming to, as they called it in the 1990s, the World Wide Web. This will be done for other major events, so dance competition, masquerade, closing ceremonies, but that's long ways away. Those will be streamed. So tell your friends. Go to furnaleclinox.com/stream and go watch us do funny things on stage. There could be people watching me do funny things right now. So, no, seriously, the reason I called you up here, Ronnie, is because we should probably talk about various events going on at the con.
Well, there are things happening, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things that people want to hear about. Do you guys want to hear about things that are happening?
I think they want to know as well. Like, this is just important stuff. I mean, like, it could impact their whole weekend, right?
I mean, it's totally not like a weekend where they just, sit in rooms and just, consume beverages of choice and, just have a generally good time, right? Guess who's back, ladies and gentlemen?
Are you going to make us our slaves again? He doesn't have his con badge.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a badass in here.
Always remember, ladies and gentle furs, whether you are a hero or a villain, you can't exist in our universe without wearing your con badge. Thank you for your cooperation.
Ronnie, I think I kind of need to take care of this situation. Do you mind just talking to these fine folks out here about what's happening? I'll be right back.
All right, yeah, let's make sure that he doesn't clog up Regmore with all his gummy bear slaves. All right, that's a lot better. All right, so folks, how you feeling still? There we are. It's all good to hear that you all have so much energy on a Friday morning, right? It's the one day of the week it's the one weekend of the year where we wake up on the Friday and we're not all dreading it because it's like, I gotta get through one more day of work. It's, oh my God, I gotta wait in that red light. Am I there yet? Come on, move over, guy, move over. But since you're all here, that means that you all survived that red line. So thank you very much. And for everyone else that's in that line, if you can hear me right now, don't worry, we'll save a seat for you. All right. So you guys want to hear me talk about things that are happening at the convention? Well, there's so much that's happening at the convention for both experienced congoers and new congoers that are going on right now. So for example, we are all fans of artwork, great artwork, and all other sorts of artworks that includes costumes, fursuits, trinkets, armor, clothing, whatever it might be. And we've got this amazing thing called the Dealer's Den that's going on all convention long. Who's ready to see all the stuff that you can buy at the Dealer's Den? Let's hear it. And as our lovely guests of honors, TaniDaReal and Kanthara have mentioned earlier, they'll be at the Dealer's Den pretty much all convention long, and you can buy their wares along with I think over like 50 different vendors. Like we got a lot of vendors this year, so you guys got a lot of selection to choose from. So along with the dealer's den, we have an amazing art show where you can go and view like all these awesome artwork pieces from artists of all walks and all sorts of styles, and you can even bid on some of the pieces as well. And then we've also got the Artist's Alley, where if you're looking to pick up a new commission of your new superhero pose, or you're looking to draw your master plan to take over the convention or the world, or whatever your flavor is, the Artist's Alley is a great place to start. We've also got some big programming happening as well, such as the Fursuit Games. I believe the Fursuit Games happen later. Where are my fursuiters in here? Let me hear some noise from my fursuiters in here. Oh, wild animals, you. Only in Furnal Equinox will you find these guys wild enough to dress up on Friday morning. It's like, I have to dress up in a suit and wait in the red line. Yeah, you guys are wild. So we also got some other big events happening as well. Who likes to see music, dancing, comedy, and all that good stuff bundled into one? Who likes that kind of stuff? So we got this awesome event called The Masquerade happening tomorrow, I believe at 5 or 6 p.m. I'm not completely sure of the time because, frankly, I got the voice of Morgan Freeman in my earpiece right now, and it's trying to throw me off. But that actually gives me a good reason to talk about something that we have as well. We are on My Con Book, which is a mobile application for keeping track of all the information that you need at a convention. So if you have a smartphone or any sort of mobile device, go download My Con Book. It's a free application. You'll find links on our Twitter or on our Facebook. And download the application so you can keep up to date with everything that's going on at the convention. So we got lots of other really good stuff going on as well. I gotta be biased. Who's ready for the dance competition? The dance competition this year is looking absolutely massive, and I guarantee each and every one of you do not want to miss it. It is going to be a show unlike any other, I guarantee you. So, let's see what else we got going on here. So we also have our lovely charity here as well, but we want to make sure that we throw all of our monies and our shinies at the charity. Otherwise they're just two really bored people that are here because they got nothing better to do, right? We'll make sure that we should throw a lot of shinies at you, don't worry. And one of the best places that you can do that is at the charity auction happening on Sunday. So if you've got more than enough to spare for our primate friends at the Storybook Farm Primate Sanctuary, make sure that you attend the charity auction on Sunday so you can have the chance to bid on some great items, including the special limited edition mood badges that our lovely guest of honor, TaniDaReal, has provided. And that comic panel that both of our guests of honors have collaborated on, that looks like it could be a hot topic item. So those items will be on display at the art show. You'll be able to get a nice glance at them. You won't be able to bid on them at the art show, but they'll be going right to voice auction on Sunday. So you can go and have a nice look at those items and kind of get your figures and your bank accounts and your employment paychecks ready and whatever else you need to pay for that. Just make sure it doesn't come back. We don't want any bounced checks. We don't want any null voided credit cards. We don't want any of that because we have this guy. His name is Riffy, and he's one of our big security guys, and he's got these metal claws that are perfect for ripping throats out. So we don't want no bounced checks. We don't want no null or voided credit cards. We want the cash that will go towards our lovely charity that we're sponsoring this year. All right. So, we've also got some other charity events, like we have one of our security members, actually Purple, come up on stage for a moment. I have to show this off. You gotta see it to believe it. So, this year we're doing something a little bit different with the charity. How many of you were at Win the Concierge Money last year? Make some noise if you were at that event last year. We have the grand total of 2 people that won the Concierge Money. You guys must be some rich folks. So here's an idea. You can take that money and this year you can now donate it towards the Shave It or Keep It Fund. Purple here has very graciously volunteered his lovely man-child here. And depending on how much money goes in the Shave It or Keep It bins, you might be able to, have the honor of shaving it or the honor of keeping it. We'll see what happens. So that's just another item that we have on the charity. Thank you very much, Purple. And Just a friendly announcement that we are also looking for volunteers as well during the convention. So if you have any spare time at the convention and you'd like to help out a little bit, volunteers desk is right beside our con ops desk. We're always looking for an extra hand to help, whether it's with programming or just looking out for fursuiters. We could always use an extra hand, and we always make sure that you're appreciated for it with both crisp high fives. Anyone get that reference? And yeah, I see you, Mr. Deadpool over there. Crisp high five and volunteer swag. So, how'd that situation go?
Still kind of an ongoing thing. Nemesis is a very elusive fellow. He's like slippery. Really slippery.
No context.
Yeah, please, no context. So our security team, they have tracked down a few clues, but I think they're going to need a little bit of additional help to really to track him down. Now, I understand that the super sponsors, you guys got some decoder rings as part of your package. And they might be helpful to this. And I've been advised, if you'd like to help us crack the case of where exactly is whereabouts can we bring him to justice? Well, yeah. I've been told that we need to meet in the Spartan room at 1 p.m. Again, that's Spartan at 1 p.m. for super sponsors, and you will be given a special mission to help us track Nemesis down.
What he said. Don't look at me, I just work here, guys. They just called me up on stage and I was supposed to talk, and I was talking for a long time, and people are getting tired of me talking, so I'm going to give it back stage so you talk.
Yeah. Woo! Everybody give a hand for Ronnie. Got this microphone mastery thing really sorted out. Okay, next up, as you may have heard in the lead up this year, we have a new charity, and I'm going to bring up a few folks to talk about it. So, our charity, Storybook Farm, they are new for this year, and I'm pleased to invite Flo, who is our charity liaison, as well as Donna and Rochelle from Storybook Farm to come up on stage and talk a little bit about their charity. And I see we have a special guest. I see we have a special guest on stage as well. So, and Rochelle, come on up.
Hi, I'm Dinah. I'm from Storybook, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm so glad that we've been invited to be here with you and to make some money for monkeys. Flo asked me if we've ever had a fundraiser like this before of this magnitude, and no. And certainly no fundraiser we've ever done has been as much fun as this. And I've only been here for an hour. So we are there'll be 3 of us from the sanctuary. We'll be here all weekend to answer questions. There's a table set outside. We can tell you more about the sanctuary, but just know that as you're donating money to the cause, 100% of the money goes to the monkeys. 100%.
It's so wonderful when Flo approached us about being and the theme being superheroes. And so you guys are going to be superheroes. Absolutely. And as you saw in the book, we consider the wonderful individuals that we take care of superheroes because they've come through some pretty difficult times. And, they have an opportunity now with help like yours and wonderful other people around to overcome all those issues and become superheroes and be happy monkeys. And they are happy monkeys. So thank you very much. We're going to be on the panel discussion as well. And I don't know if I get to introduce a lovely person or who is introducing the okay. I'm just going to do it.
Flo, did you want to say a few more words about the charity? And what?
There's a panel at 12 right after this. If you guys want to go to that, you'll learn lots of new stuff, answer some questions. Pet the monkey. This one. Yeah. We don't actually have monkeys, but besides that. You're a real monkey. I believe in you. Also, these guys are wonderful. Feel free to chat with them. Yeah. Woo!
So just a fun fact about these guys, this is the only primate sanctuary in Canada. And the only primate sanctuary in Canada, so these are very specialized in what they do. And, those of you who follow the news, you'll remember a few years ago, this is perhaps kind of what brought Storybook Farm to public consciousness. A cat named Darwin escaped from an IKEA parking lot. The owner was fined for having an illegal exotic pet, and Darwin needed someplace to go. Enter these guys who have been his home and allowed him to be more like a monkey rather than somebody's exotic pet, which frankly, they have no business being exotic pets. Amen to that. Hear, hear. So that's what they do. This is what these guys do. They provide an environment that is close to the wild as it possibly can be. So Ronnie covered off a couple of the means through which you can support the charity. Of course, there is our charity auction on Sunday, and where's Gage? Gage, I believe we have a little something that I think we managed to pick this up from Nemesis's lair, actually. So hold up to the audience, give us your best Vanna White. That is a 5-pound gummy bear. That is a 5-pound gummy bear. Don't ask what it was before that. Oh dear, I seem to have caused some trauma there. Anyway, this, as well as many other wonderful items, will be available in the charity auction. Please be generous. Please give. It takes place on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Can you contribute to any one of our other fundraisers? You can contribute to any one of our... depending, there might be 3 pounds left, I don't know. It really depends on how fat Gage is at the end. We also have a Purple Shave It or Keep It initiative. Storybook Farm also, just FYI, if there's looking for other ways to contribute, Storybook Farm is always looking for food and such for the monkeys. So the best things to bring, non-perishable canned fruit or fresh fruit and vegetables. Peanut butter. Anything else I'm missing? Grapes, nuts. You can ask them for the full grocery list. You just get a grocery list from them, run off to Fortino's and... Sorry? Yes, and bring it to their table and they would be more than appreciative. They are also looking for volunteers on an ongoing basis to help them at the sanctuary and elsewhere. And again, you can reach their table for further info. Oh yeah, one other thing. I believe our record for charity last year was, what, $9,001?
Over 9,000!
I'm going to put out a challenge. I would like to see us break 5 figures for charity. So, $10,000. $10,000. Is Felly out there somewhere in the audience? Yeah, he might be in Ealer's Den perhaps, but those of you who know Felly, he is the chair of our convention What the Fur in Montreal, and he has recently gotten into mixing up various sauces with hot peppers.
They are delicious.
Karine can attest. They're basically rated on a scale of 1 pepper, which is kind of meant to basically you have to sign a waiver. I will try one of his sauces on stage at closing ceremonies if we make $10,000.
And it won't be a mild one. Hit 10,000 and we'll turn up the heat on Scotty.
Phrasing. So I'll just let the hotel know, have your water stations fully stocked. But I know you guys will be generous, right? Yeah. Of course. All right, so please be generous and give these guys all of your wonderful attention because they really deserve it and could really use your support. So thank you for agreeing to be our charity.
So please join us in the Macintosh lunchroom following the opening ceremonies, and we'll have lots more information for you and pictures and stories about our monkeys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. 12 p.m. Macintosh. Find out more about what our charity has to offer. Wow. Okay, 8 days. You have to run fursuit games tomorrow. Don't injure yourself. Jeez. Yeah, just sit. Be a good boy. Good boy. All right. We are almost done, I swear. I am going to turn the microphone over to a fellow who has been with our convention for a very long time. You may recognize him as our second in command of security, and you may also recognize him as the victim of the Rithy is not allowed list. It's Rithy! Everybody give him a big hand.
Dragons are sharp. So, how's everybody holding out? Everybody getting ready to jump into Furnal Equinox? Right on. So, as everybody can know, anybody who doesn't already know me, my name is Rithmuck. I'm the 2IC of security. Basically what I wanted to tell you all today is that the staff that's here for security purposes around the convention, if you see anything that might, get you a little bit nipped or something like that, or has you a little bit concerned, feel free to see any one of our security staff, some of which you will see here at the side, right? Every single one of us is approachable. And anyone that isn't approachable, don't worry, they will never find the body. That being said, the reason we are here is for you. You are the reason that we continue to volunteer for security every year. You are the reasons that we put in all of our personal time to make sure that you are having a good time. You people are the reason for us. So at the end of the day, I only ask one thing from everybody else, is that you always remember to help me. You see something wrong, you see something having a bit of an issue, or something like that, bring it to me immediately, and I swear I'll solve it on the spot. Alright? So, other than that, I expect everybody to play hard, I expect everybody to have a great time, and we're here for you. I'm going to turn it back over to Sandy. I'll see you guys out there, and I'll be having just as much fun as you guys are.
Just don't get impaled by his claws. All right, we are almost done. I believe that we have something else to bring on stage, and somebody watching live stream is probably going to lose their poop right about this moment. Can we bring the item out on stage, please? No, it is not me. It is literally about a foot and a half shorter than me. Anybody know this person? Anybody know this person? This would be Ms. Gail Frosting, who is a key part of our Dance for community, and she is also one of the leaders of Enter New England down in the Boston, Massachusetts area. She is not here at the con with us this weekend, however, she is here with us in spirit. And I've already said on Twitter, this is literally about like life height. I figure before we finish up, we should get a selfie with it. Totally get a selfie with it. Flip it over the other way so we can get all of you guys in the background. Yes, there we go. And I totally just tweeted that. Okay, well, I have to say we are part of an absolutely amazing fandom. couple of weekends, you know what? Just to kind of give you an idea of just how amazing you guys are. You guys are. A couple of weekends ago, we had Vancouver going on the West Coast, and they were sharing a hotel. They were sharing a hotel with some Syrian refugees, which, as you know, have been coming into Canada in great numbers, over 25,000 now. This is a point of pride for me as a Canadian, no question about it. Anyway, Vancouver was sharing the hotel with some Syrian refugees, and I'm sure that many of you have already seen the video, but maybe roll the clip if you don't mind. This is worth seeing again. This is worth seeing again. Guys.
Okay. This is Canada.
Okay. You guys have all seen my opening, or at least are culturally aware of it. You know Gilda. She's a meanie pants. She's totally a meanie pants. That was her not being a meanie pants. Thank you. You know what? No, really. As Ark said, and much more succinctly than I, it's really cool that we as a country have reached out to those in need. But it's even more amazing that we as a fandom have been able to show that same generosity to newcomers. And it's just, and I know that there will be many newcomers at our convention this weekend. There will be many people for whom this is their first event. There are many people who are new to the fandom. Heck, we might even have some people who saw Zootopia 2 weeks ago, and we might even have some people who saw Zootopia 2 weeks ago decided, I want to be like Nick Wilde. Or Judy Hopps. I'm going to be a police officer. Guys, they're going to start a howl. So, my last words to you, please make sure to have a great convention, not just for yourselves, but also for the other 1,000+ people that we're going to share this hotel with this weekend. Have a great one, not just for you, but for all the other attendees, for our hotel staff, for anybody out on the street that you might just happen to meet. As Ricky alluded to, keep it safe. Talk to them if you see something that seems a little bit out of whack. And, appropriately, in the words of Gazelle from Zootopia, try everything. As a convention chair, it is my pleasure to declare Furnal Equinox 2016 open. Thank you. Thank you all. Enjoy the convention.